Yeah, yeah.
St. Lucia shining bright, sustainable's the way. Let's live it every day in the warm island light. Consumer rights for you, for me.
Fellow St. Lucians, I bid you a happy World Consumer Rights Day 2025 as we celebrate under the theme, a just transition to sustainable lifestyles. This theme serves as a clarion call to every citizen to seriously examine and adjust the way we live, consume, and interact with our planet. The past decade has been the warmest on record, and the evidence of climate change is undeniable. Extreme weather patterns that result in hurricanes, droughts, wildfires, and floods are destroying homes, displacing families, and disrupting economies. These are not distant threats. They affect us all. In St. Lucia, our farmers, fishers, commercial and residential property owners and tenants have suffered significant economic and personal losses due to severe hurricane winds, storm surges, and flash flooding. Biodiversity loss and pollution continue to endanger planetary and human health. This world is contending with oceans laden with plastic, air that carries harmful pollutants, and vanishing ecosystems. Careless consumerism is taking a significant toll on the very resources upon which we depend. Fairly recent trends such as fast fashion, which is a business model that mimics the latest runway styles and mass production at low cost, resulting in bales of cheap disposable clothing at our landfills. 2, planned obsolescence, a business strategy that intentionally designed products to break quickly or become obsolete in the short to medium term, are contrary to sustainable living practices. To reverse this course, we need to make fundamental changes in how we eat by choosing more sustainable food sources and reducing food waste. We need to travel by adopting cleaner and more efficient travel options. We need to cool and power our homes and offices by transitioning to renewable energy sources such as solar power. We need to buy and use sustainable products and services by supporting businesses that prioritize sustainability and ethical practices. For consumers to make these changes, however, sustainable living must not be considered a lofty idea or luxury. Sustainable measures and options should be available, accessible, and affordable to all. Consumers must be given real, tangible choices, which allows us to live sustainably without undue financial burden or inconvenience. A truly just transition to sustainable lifestyles also means that this shift must not come at the expense of people's rights, livelihoods, or well-being. Workers in traditional industries with the highest greenhouse gases must have pathways to new opportunities or modalities. Communities that rely on resource-based economies must be supported in sustainable growth techniques. Only last year, with support from the Taiwanese International Cooperation Development Fund, Taiwan ICDF, we engaged some 42 farmers from Fort Saint-Jacques in an agricultural training course aimed at enhancing production efficiencies and improving supply chain distribution of our local fruits and vegetables. Governments, businesses, and civil society must work together to create policies and innovations that make sustainable living practices practical and equitable. Consumers should not be forced to choose between what is good for the planet and what they can afford. We must demand corporate social responsibility, support ethical business practices, and advocate for policies that continue to put people and planet before profit. On this World Consumer Rights Day, let us commit to being part of the solution. As consumers, we have the purchasing power. As citizens, we have the lobbying power. The choice we make, the products and services we support, and our voices of advocacy can shape a future that is sustainable and just. But most importantly, you have a Ministry of Commerce and you have a government that is listening to you and ready to work with you to make this transition. Happy World Consumer Rights Day 2025. May God continue to guide and bless us on His journey. I thank you.
Lucia, hear the call, sustainable for all. Big steps, though they seem small, together we won't fall.